Before we start, cell phones off, please. Thank you. Happy to have everybody here today. My name is Johnny Holliday. A very special day at XFINITY Center for a very special event as we enter a new and exciting era of Maryland basketball. On stage today is University of Maryland President Daryl J. Pines and the Interim Barry P. Gossett Director of Athletics, Colleen Sorem. And you'll no doubt notice a new face on stage today with us, a face and a name that's going to be synonymous with Maryland men's basketball for many, many years to come. To get us started today, I'd like to welcome to the podium the Interim Barry P. Gossett Director of Athletics, Colleen Sorem.
Thank you all for being here with us today. Staff, fans, students, alumni, faculty, Coach Williams. It's so nice to see you all. It's both an honor and a thrill to be standing on this stage today on Gary Williams Court at XFINITY Center. President Pines named me Interim Athletic Director just 10 days ago. And what a 10 days it's been. During both our time, both of our basketball programs advanced to the Sweet 16. Let's hear it for our Terps, Coach Freeze, and our men's basketball team. It was such an exciting year for both teams, and to watch them finish just a great year. And of course, over the past 10 days, we conducted a search for our new head men's basketball coach. During a search for a head coach is intense and a challenging experience. It's a decision that will impact our program for years to come, both on and off the court. It's a decision that comes with intense scrutiny and media attention. Donors and supporters voice their opinions privately and publicly. Blogs and message boards explode with rumors and suggestions. But this is what athletic directors do. This is the mantle we bear. And though I've held this title for just a short period of time, we were ready for this. From the beginning, we focused on a few things we wanted in a coach. Demonstrated success at the head coach level, postseason experience, familiarity with the East Coast and the rich DMV recruiting area, and experience dealing with the NIL and revenue sharing landscape. We also wanted someone with great character, a leader of young men, and we wanted someone with passion for Maryland basketball. Against that framework, we got to work, evaluated over 30 talented and successful coaches, and one name immediately rose to the top, a man that checked all of our boxes. During that same time, some of our most valued and trusted supporters suggested names for our consideration, and from all of those lists, only one name was on everyone's list, and it was the same name that was already sitting on the very top of our list. That man, that coach, was Buzz Williams. Buzz has been a success everywhere he's been. At Marquette, his teams made 3 Sweet 16 appearances and 1 Elite 8 appearance. At Virginia Tech, he added another Sweet 16. Buzz most recently coached at Texas A&M, leading the Aggies to the NCAA tournament in each of the last 3 seasons. And he was named the SEC Coach of the Year twice, in 2020 and 2023. And listen to this is an unbelievable stat. Buzz has won at least 100 games at Marquette, Virginia Tech, and Texas A&M. Here at Maryland, he has the historic opportunity to be just the 3rd coach to win 100 games at 4 Division I schools. Let's guess who the other 2 are. First one, Steve Alford. Second one, our very own Lefty Drizel. So this is a historic hire for the University of Maryland in more ways than one. His success is undeniable, but so too is his infectious energy and his dedication to developing young men. He is committed to doing things the right way. He is committed to providing a high standard of leadership, and he is dedicated to personal responsibility and accountability. Buzz Williams is a good man. He's also a family man, and I want to acknowledge his incredible family here with us today. His wife, Corey, his 2 daughters, Zira and Addison, and his 2 sons, Calvin and Mason. To all of you, welcome to the Maryland family. Buzz and I share high expectations. We intend to position our men's basketball program to compete year in and year out for conference titles and national championships, because that's what Maryland basketball is all about. We will provide the resources Buzz needs to win, and we will win. It's my great privilege and honor to officially introduce to you the new head coach for Maryland men's basketball, Buzz Williams.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's rare that everybody claps for a coach, so I appreciate you guys being nice to me. I'm humbled. I'm really thankful. And I want to go a little slower than I normally do because I want to make sure that I articulate all of the emotions that have transpired over the last 48 hours. Dr. Pines, Colleen, Coach Williams, all of the departmental staff members, other coaches, distinguished alums, the people that I know, the people that I don't know. I appreciate you taking time to be here. You guys have heard this before. Life is often measured in time. But it's remembered in moments. And so, in a genuine way, in an humble way, I am grateful that my family has an opportunity to be a part of this moment. And I know Colleen's already introduced them, but I've spent most of my adult life studying greats like Coach, watching every press conference like this, every post-game press conference, reading every newspaper article when that was important. I've studied coaches my whole life, not ever thinking that my name would be in that mix, nor am I deserving. But part of what has happened over the last 25 years that I've been married, press conferences by my wife are judged relative to the timeline of when the coach introduces their wife. So I may fail the rest of this 7 minutes. I'm not going to fail on this time. I was married June the 10th, 2000. This is my wife, Corey. We will have been married 25 years. We have 4 children. Zira is just graduated from James Madison and works in the Ministry of Young Life in Virginia. Calvin is a senior in college at Texas A&M. It's potentially likely that he could graduate with a college diploma from Texas A&M. In June, Mason is a freshman in college playing Division III basketball at East Texas Baptist University. If you haven't heard of it, it's in Texas, in East Texas. And Addison is our youngest. She's a sophomore in high school. And so we've moved plane, trains, automobiles, and had a couple of boats involved for all of us to be here since this all went down. So thank you guys for giving us this moment to remember the rest of our life. It's you guys know differing pieces and differing levels of this, and everybody has different opinions on what's right, what's wrong, what it should be like. But it's known that everything has changed, and I'm not talking about who now sits in this seat. I'm just talking about the business of college athletics. It has been rapid change at a rate that none of us have ever seen, whether we were once in it or currently in it. And I think change is going to stay. That's the one thing that is constant, is change. The one thing that we've tried to focus on wherever we have been on are the things that don't change. And most of us, if not all of us, know the value of being on a team. And how team, whether it's basketball, whether it's football with Coach Loxley, whether it's women's basketball with Coach Freeze, being on a team, there's something that doesn't change. There's something that's life-changing about being on a team. And so to have the opportunity to be on this team means the world to me, but I also understand the magnitude and the mantle that it is to be the steward of that team. And I do not take any portion of it on the floor, off the floor, in any sort of arrogant way. Teams change us. Teams grow us up. We have to learn how to be a great teammate. We have to learn how to help win. There's different measurements on winning. It's easy to figure it out when there's a scoreboard, but not everything in life has a scoreboard. And everybody believes winning is a little different as it relates to when there's not one. But we all know that being on a team grows us up. Being on a team helps flush out selfishness. Being on a team helps us to learn how to lead ourselves and lead others better. And so of all of the change that's happening in college athletics, some of which we have good things to say, some of which we may have differing thoughts on, we can spend ad nauseum time on that. But to talk about what has been created for all of the teams we've been on, those are some of the fondest memories we ever have had. And so teams can be a basketball team. Team can be men's basketball within the athletic department. Teams can be men's basketball within this institution. This team relative to this state. There's a lot of lenses, in my opinion, in how you can view a team. And as best I can understand as of this moment in time, whatever it's been, 4.5 hours since I've been on this campus, I understand the magnitude and the responsibility that comes with it. And I can assure you that from the intent of my heart and the best way that I can, will represent all of those teams in a way that will be honoring and respectful and show great reverence to the former players, the former coaches, the things that have been created, nor do I think that it's because that's how I got the job. I am not deserving of any of those things that Colleen mentioned, but I have great care and love for all of the former players, all of the former coaches, all of the former administrators, all the former presidents, all the former ADs, all the former donors, all of those teams that I was able to be a part of. I also want to honor them because I know that that's what led to this moment for my family. And to have an ego and think that, oh, look at this, I don't think that's the type of team that represents this institution or this program in the right way. And so it's a delicate act on how to be honoring and respectful of what has been created and show respect to those teams, while at the same time, I know the teams that I have been a part of and those young men and women that have given their best to allow those teams to maybe be overachievers and win on the scoreboard in the arena, but also win on the scoreboard when there's not a scoreboard. And so all I can tell you is I understand. And all I can give to you is not the word culture that everybody says, not how are we going to play. I understand all of that. And I'm not even trying to dismiss the importance of all of that. But I think what's important is for you to know that anybody associated with the team that we'll be a part of now will give their best. And we'll give our best from early in the morning until we can't go anymore. And all of us will have an insatiable desire to figure out how to change our best. Because staying status quo, we know, is never good enough. And so we'll give our best, and we need every opportunity for our newest team to learn about the former teams. And we need to develop growth and trust and life-changing relationships on the new team so we can be the best team. And I understand that there are a lot of positions on a team, and I've kind of got lost in all of the new titles in athletic administration. And I've gotten lost in all of the new titles even on my staff that I don't know what they're called anymore. But I do know that regardless of what you're called, whether you came here as a freshman, whether you came here from the portal, whether you're the director or the deputy or the starter or the sub, you have a role on the team. And we want to do our best to play a role on the team represented in this arena, represented on this campus, represented in this department, represented in this institution. And of all of the boring press conferences that you've listened to, all I can tell you is I'll try real hard. And the intent of my heart will not be selfish. And the intent of my heart will be to be the best that we can be to represent all of the teams. And so thanks for changing the itinerary of your day. Thanks for caring about the program, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And thank you for allowing us to have a seat on Team Bus One on what this new team is going to be, and feeling as though what we believe in allows the next team to grow and be our best. Thank you guys very much.
Well, Buzz, I know who you are. You are the head coach of our Maryland men's basketball team. Let's give him a round of applause. I would like to ask Colleen to come and join me here at the front of the stage with Buzz as she anoints him with his jersey.
Thank you. Oh, well, it's got my name on it and everything. Thanks, Mr. Equipment Manager. Thank you. Yeah, take a good picture. Guys, I met Mackenzie. This is Mackenzie. She's on our team, and she's the photographer. And she's never been in a media guide, but she will be going forward.
Well, first and foremost, I would be remiss if I do not acknowledge Coach Freeze and our men's basketball team and women's basketball team for their incredible Sweet 16 run. How about a round of applause for them? It was an incredible job by both our men's and women's coaches, staff, players, and our fan base and our supporters. Who's ever going to forget? Who's ever going to forget Derek Queen's buzzer beater to move us beyond that second game, right? Derek Queen. Who's ever going to forget now? Sarah Tibasu's three-pointer to send us into the first overtime. Whew. Congratulations to everyone. Maryland athletics is an important part of the University of Maryland community. Some have called it the front porch, the most visible part of our campus. And athletics plays such an important role to our brand and our reputation and our fundraising and our alumni and engagement and even admissions. Being successful in athletics lifts the spirits of the entire Terrapin community. That's why it's so critical to find the right person to lead Maryland's men's basketball. And I could not have found a better partner in doing this than Interim Athletic Director Colleen Sorem. How about a round of applause for Colleen? Less than 2 weeks ago, I named her Interim Athletic Director because I had complete confidence in her abilities to lead the athletic department in this time period. And that confidence has only strengthened as we have navigated this process together unexpectedly over the last 12 days. Her professionalism and methodical approach to this search process is the reason we are all here today, celebrating this new hire. Please join me once again to give Colleen another round of applause for her leadership. There are many reasons why Coach Buzz Williams is up here on this stage with us today. There have been a legacy of men at this institution in this program by the surname of Williams, who have provided the foundation of success of our men's basketball program. And they are Walt Williams, Buck Williams, Jordan Williams, and of course the legendary Gary Williams himself. How about a round of applause for Gary? So now there's a new Williams, but really there's a new buzz around campus. Buzz has an exemplary record of competitive success. His resume speaks for itself. But during the search process, we all dug deeper to find the right coach. One of the things we did was we watched a lot of video. We watched Buzz as he coached, as he did interviews, the one you just saw. We watched him deliver speeches on leadership. He delivers speeches on leadership. He teaches courses at his past institution on leadership. And one of the videos we watched that made an impression on all of us, it really made an impression on all of us, was a video where he didn't say a word at all. Take a look at this video.
That man right there, next to Wade, one of the greatest people you will ever meet. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time in basketball in general. And he's changed my life. He's changed each and every one of our lives. And I'm so thankful for him. Coach Buzz, you mean everything to me. I love you. No matter what, I know you're going to be one call away, one text away. And no matter what anybody says, he's one of the greatest. And y'all can't change that. And nobody will change that or take that from him. Thank you.
What a better testament to the man that is Buzz Williams than to hear it directly from one of your own players. That's proof of Buzz's demonstrated commitment to providing leadership and the development of student athletes. And that's why Coach Buzz Williams is the ideal coach to lead us forward here at the University of Maryland. We could not be more thrilled to welcome him to College Park. Buzz, welcome to the family. Welcome to the Terrapin family. Corey, welcome to College Park. Welcome to the Terrapin family. Zira, Addison, Calvin, and Mason, welcome to College Park. Welcome to Maryland. And most importantly, go Terps! Thank you, everyone.
We're going to have time for a few press conference questions here from the media. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. We'll start with Gene over here. Please introduce yourself, name and affiliation so Coach can see.
Hey Buzz, Gene Wong, Washington Post. Good to talk to you again.
I've seen you before.
Yes, I've seen you before too. You mentioned change being a constant. Just along those lines, what is your vision of constructing the roster that figures to look a lot different from the one that we had this year?
As soon as I can figure out who's on the roster, that would be the first place to start. I met with the team this morning. They were great. Colleen set that up. Not to share locker room things, but I think it's a volatile change that coaches always speak of, that sometimes players don't have the opportunity to speak of. And so, without revealing anything that was said, nothing was wrong. I just wanted to give them a platform to give me advice. That was my question. They've been here. They've been through a lot of success. And the last few days, it's very unsettling. It's unstable. And so I gave them the commitment that I just mentioned. If I can help you, I'll help you. And if that means it's here, we'll figure that out. And if that means it's somewhere else, that's okay too. I think any coach would tell you that roster construction now happens daily, not just the day of the press conference. And I don't want to make light of other press conferences on where things are at. That's what this has become. And change is going to be daily. I need to evaluate who's on the team. I need to hire a staff. But we need to be very thoughtful about who joins our team, not only for this year's team, but does it make sense for now and in the future? And does it fit what we want our program to be about? And does it fit how we want to play? And so it's transparently, the last 32 hours, I've done no recruiting. And so I would say that there's been 700 people go in the portal since that time. So I don't know the latest. And at some point, maybe today, I can get to it.
All right, we'll go on the right-hand side. Ed Lee.
Ed Lee with the Baltimore Sun. Buzz, you just mentioned how unsettling these past couple days have been for Maryland. You just took Texas A&M to 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances. What influenced you to decide to take this position?
Yeah, all of that is emotional. I'm very emotional now, which is why I was so slow when it was my turn to speak. I'm a lot more comfortable in the locker room than I am the clips and the stats. What I would say without going into play-by-play, I was very impressed with Dr. Pines. And that's not to take away from Colleen, but it was a very unique and tight process. And I'm probably best when I understand exactly what it is and the parameters. And that was very attractive to me because this exposure of what all of this has become, it kind of gets loose. And I thought Dr. Pines was very direct from the get-go, and that was very attractive to my family and I.
On the right-hand side, Noah.
Yeah, I coach Noah Trisser with Associated Press. Just with everything that's sort of happened and been said around this program the last couple of weeks, did you ask for or get any assurances about the, I guess, commitment to men's basketball, and did any concerns come up on your end when you were deciding whether to take this? Yeah,
just to answer the front part of the question, we were playing for a portion of the time Maryland was playing, and I'm somewhat removed from civilization in general, but during the basketball season even more so. And so I really didn't even know what had transpired. And I think that was what caught me off guard in my interaction with Dr. Pines. He told me what had transpired. And I think that that's not to speak ill towards Coach Willard or the team. I didn't hear all of it, nor do I think all of it's important. But relative to what I thought was important on the commitment going forward, on what is needed to be successful at the highest level, there was never any question from them on the commitment for us, me, the staff, NIL, the players, the resources, the Gossett Center. I saw that this morning with a hard hat on. Like, I don't know how many of those will be available in August that's going to be the best in the country. So I'm not trying to be argumentative on anything, but I'm at peace with all of it.
Take 2 more questions. Dave Preston on the left-hand side.
Dave Preston, WTOP in Washington. Welcome to College Park, the Big Ten and the University of Maryland. You mentioned coaching staff earlier. Do you have the staff penciled in place? And how have you put together staffs in the past when going from other spots?
Sorry, my answers are so long. I always want to be respectful of all of the families represented. So on my staff this past season, there were 110 years of experience with me. Obviously, not all of those years were at Texas A&M. That was from the beginning of my career at the University of New Orleans. I know that's never mentioned. I kind of like all those schools that have hyphens and directions because that's been most of my career. 110 years is the most years of service, so to say, with any head coach in the country. I have tried to handle all 13 of my staff members and their families in a timely and respectful manner relative to what this process was, and it moves really fast. And so before I got on the plane, everybody knew, but the process of hiring, background checks, when, who's here, what's important, what fits, is it right for their family, is it right for their children? So we're going through all of that, but I would like to get as many here as fast as possible. I had 1,189 texts on my cell phone as this press conference started.
All right, last question. We'll take Jonas in the middle on the right side.
Hey, Buzz. Jonas Schaefer, Baltimore Banner. Over your career, your teams have had a lot of different playing styles. Coming to Maryland, is there anything that you want to prioritize, especially offensively, in what you construct your roster around?
What I think I'm supposed to say at a press conference is we want to play really fast. We want to score more points than the other team. We all want to clap and give great hugs and dap. I think what I've learned as a coach is in this ever-changing model, you have to have skill to be able to coach a lot of different ways. And I think the coaches that I've studied that are married to their style, I don't know that that's sustainable in what this model has become. And so similar to Gene's question, who's on the team, I don't know, but I know what's important from an intangible standpoint on being in our locker room and the pace at which we work and the care at which is intended for the process. We've adapted our style of play at each institution. We haven't been great, but we've been fairly consistent. And we have walked into scenarios where you are starting from ground zero and somewhat created and manufactured a way to be okay. And we always want to do better, but like how we played at Texas A&M was completely different than how we played at Virginia Tech. Different league, different scheduling, the net wasn't involved, the pace, all of those things are different. But I also think that what we've done a little bit, some of the smart people on my staff the last 30 hours is I want to make a good decision on how the league, what's important in the Big Ten. We've never coached in the Big Ten, so I want to have some context on what that is. But I think the coach's job is to get the best players that fit the people you want to be around and then figure out how to put them in a position to be as successful as they can be.
All right, with that, we'll conclude the press conference. We'll take time to do some one-on-ones with television. Great day to be a Terp. Thanks again, everybody. Go Terps!
This